Another Filecoin update. Okay, right now we're down 1.64%. We had a high of $4.34 and a low of 4.21 today. Right, we're going to expand this out here. Okay, a lot of times price action ends up repeating itself. Okay, if you look back through charts, you can grab fractals and pull them over, and the past a lot of times repeats itself. Not saying that's what's going on here or whatever, okay, but I did grab this fractal right here, okay, and moved it over here, and I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with this thing here. Okay, we're going to keep an eye on this fractal, because a lot of times, like I said, price action repeats itself. I mirrored it or flipped it, so it's obviously the backwards of this fractal right here, so we'll keep an eye on that and see if it mirrors it or not as this thing moves on. Okay, but what I do believe is coming in on this thing is you know, and a lot of times you get these, you know, you get a W formation coming in here. Okay, so this fractal, you know, it could, whoops, sorry about that, it could end up playing out. You know, we'll just have to keep an eye on it and see what happens. According to it, we should be you know, if it works out like this, you know, we should be in for a rise here, you know, to up to the $6 level here pretty soon if this ends up playing out. You know, we'll see if it does. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. Okay, but I do believe that W formation is definitely coming in here. Okay, a W pattern. You can go back here. Very common pattern here to form out. Okay, you have your, over here you got your W, then you have your neckline, that's your breakout area. Okay, they can also fail too. All right, you know, they can roll over and fail, but a lot of times, like it says here, you know, expectation is for the thing to go up. You know, and then you do have your fails here too, but W pattern, like it is a very common one. If you look through charts, you can find them all over. And we'll click on this one here and see what your M patterns. You have M's too. Okay, it shows you your entry points. You don't have, sometimes they're not perfect W's, but as soon as that neckline breaks, you know, that's where you want to get it in a long position. Okay, so if this thing ends up, whoops, I apologize. If this thing ends up printing this, I apologize, my mouse for some reason went dead there for a second. Let's get this thing back on here. I apologize, that don't happen very often. There we go. Okay, so if this ends up printing out here, this W, what you would want to do here, okay, right here would be your neckline. Well, it would be actually, you know, up through here. Okay, your neckline. As soon as you get the break of that neckline, that's where you would get in your long position. Okay, because these W formations can run up for a while. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this. So far, it's definitely forming out, and no question about that. You know, we got that start down here, and it looks identical to this other side. Okay, so that's why I brought this fractal over here to see if that's what plays out with this thing. Now, if we go through the RSIs, we got the weekly bullish 45 and a 39. Okay, and you can get, excuse me, and you can get pretty nice moves out of a weekly RSI. This is in a bear market. Okay, so I believe we're coming you know, into a Bitcoin retrace here, you know, and you also have a double bottom on this thing down here, you know, right down through there. You know, you have a double bottom, boom, boom, you know, two bottoms. That's another bullish thing going on. So got some bullish stuff going on with Filecoin here, right? The daily RSI, let's see where it's at. We got it, looks like it wants to curve up. Okay, you can see here it's starting to curve on that daily. Let's look at the 12-hour. The 12 hours at the bottom heading up, it's bullish. It's at a 10 and a 9. That 12, that's great to see. The 8 is actually rolling over right now. It's only it's up in the 50s here, you know, so that thing can turn right back up. We kind of flatlined here through here, so kind of a consolidation area right there on that 8 hour. And you got your 4, your 4's starting to spin up itself here. Okay, so that 12, that's a big one. It's at the bottom. All right, so you got your bigger time frames about reset. You got your daily turning up. You got your weekly looking fantastic. All right, so that's what you want to see here. All right, now if we go back out to this daily, that's something to definitely keep an eye on. Is that oops, I apologize, went too far there. Is that W formation here? Let me go back on the weekly and put it on there. There we go. I'm sorry, hard to get away from you sometimes here when you're starting, when you want something on here is when it gives you the difficulty. And if I could ask you to please hit the like and subscribe. There's a membership button in the link in the description of the video. If you consider joining the channel, I would greatly appreciate that, guys. But you can see why I pulled this fractal. We got a lot, just the beginning phases here. We have a lot of matching up here. Okay, so that's why I grabbed that, pulled it over here, all right, and put it on there. So we'll see what happens with it. We'll see if it follows it. If it is gonna do anything, we should be getting a pop here. Okay, if it follows this fractal, if it heads up to the you know, the high 5s, then we know we got a pretty good idea it's gonna follow it here. Okay, if it busts through that 506 area and heads up to you know, the 590s, then I would say it's following this thing. Okay, and then it would hold above the 510 area, but we'll see. Don't always work out like that. You know, it could be slightly different or whatever, but a lot of times these follow each other, and then you would have your double bottom and you would have your W formation, and we would have a breakout of that neckline on here also. So we'll keep an eye on this thing. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.